Netflix, you don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. Get addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn you back and tell you sorry, try again. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome to the hood table. One more again. What was I about to say? One more den. Okay, trying to hold back on my little slang. Just kidding. This is the hood table. The hood table. But anyway, everybody, come on in, hit the like button, hit the share button. Also, if you're not already subscribed to the hood table, please feel free to subscribe to the hood table. Let me move the thing down. I see my little shirt. The hood table. Now, if you would like any merchandise, any of the hood table merchandise, all you have to do is head on over to our website, which is thehoodtable.com, of course. And there's a link to merchandise. There's a link to sign up for our monthly newsletters and all kind of other stuff over there for you. But yes, and you can follow us on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Thank you very much. Now, today I'm going to do this review real quick with you guys on the latest episode of the Have and Have Nots, and then I'm going to come back in about an hour because I have to talk about some latest information on the Jake Gardner case with the James Scurlock murder. So we'll be I'll be updating you on that information as well, because it's a lot of things going on still with that, even after Jake committed suicide. So anywho, but yes, right now we're going to discuss the have and have nots. And as usual, make sure if you have anything to say about the show or any comments, opinions, feel free to put it in the chat. And after the video, if you tune into the video, feel free to comment in the comment section, especially on the questions that I always ask at the end of my reviews. So anyway, to pop it off, we now know Wyatt is not dead. And I had a feeling he wasn't dead, but I did think that he would probably be maybe severely wounded. But he's not severely wounded either. Last week we saw Uncle Vinny. He tried to get Sandy to shoot the gun at Wyatt. Of course, he froze up as he always does when they got to put in some dirt, when they got to put in some work. Sandy always freezes up, or he tries to, go over to the side or in the back so that he isn't requested to do anything. But now Uncle Vinny is pissed off because of the fact that Sandy couldn't pull the trigger. And he even asked him, is he a pansy? Now, Sandy did say no. He responded with, I'm not. What did Vinny mean by pansy? We know that they don't like Black people. They don't like anybody else but outside of their race. I do have a feeling that they probably don't like gay people either. So I think he was trying to borderline say that about Sandy. I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. But Sandy did say, no, I am not a pansy. Now, I don't know what they're going to do with Sandy, because from what Vinny was getting at, there aren't too many family members left that can handle the family business. Mama Rose, she's about to retire. Mitch, he still don't want no parts with that mob life of his family. And I'm surprised they haven't pushed him out the family altogether. The way they make it seems like as you either need to be in the mob life or don't be a part of the family at all. But anyway, Mitch, he don't want no part, so he's not gonna be a replacement. So if Sandy doesn't step up, Vinny's like, I got 5 kids. You ain't got no kids, especially after Well, he would have had a kid, so he would have had a kid, but we'll discuss that a little later. But anyway, Sandy says he'll do better. He's going to make his uncle proud. So we're going to see, because I don't think he'll be able to do it. And then when Vinny said to him, he said the same thing that I said last week. I was like, how the heck you going to be part of the mob lifestyle in the mob crew, but unable to kill anybody? I mean, he couldn't even stand when Vinny killed that cop at the police precinct. He couldn't even, he was out there throwing up, face turned purple. Like, oh Lord, I don't know. I don't know if he'll be able to. Y'all let me know if y'all think that if Sandy will ever be able to step up to the plate. But as far as who was that? Senator Westlake. Okay. I don't know. This guy, I don't know what he's up to now. And where is Oliver? Where's his son Oliver? Senator Westlake, he approached Landon, the press secretary for Charles, the president elect. Now Westlake is on to something, y'all. I don't know exactly what it is, but we definitely know that he's been snooping around and doing some research on Landon. Westlake seems to have an idea that Landon has more reasons than he might want to admit as to why he has been taking such really good care of Charles. And he's right. He's right in assuming so. He's on point. He's on to something. But what does Westlake, what does he have up his sleeves with Candace? He was very persistent in asking Landon, or trying to get Landon to spill all the tea on Candace and Charles. But every time he asked Landon, he would basically tell him, I'm not answering that. I don't feel comfortable discussing this with you. Have you talked to Charles? Like, you need to take that up with the president elect, getting all into his private relationship business and everything. But then he kept asking Landon also, do you think that Charles should reach back out to Candace? And Landon was like, no, I don't think that's a really good idea. And he was like, well, what if I reach out to Candace instead? So Landon's up there like, what the hell is wrong? I think he needs to put down that liquor. Every time we see him, he got a glass. He's asking Charles, can he pull up? Charles is like, are you sure? Do you need to drink any? As if the senator might have had an alcohol problem, or might be a recovering alcoholic. That's what I was getting when Charles had talked to him about the liquor like a few episodes ago. But he told him basically, no, I don't think that's a good idea. He was like, Charles is the president-elect of the United States, and you might want to consider that in your decision to reach out to Candace. But anyway, y'all let me know if y'all think he's going to reach out to Candace or not. On to Veronica and her pool boy, Samuel. Now, I used to think when I first saw him that he's kind of hot. He has a nice body, but I think that's where it all stops. He got a nice body, but as I'm watching him every episode, I'm like, for one, I still can't get past the hair. Like it looks like he has really good hair, really natural curly hair in the back. In the front, it looks like a raccoon tail, a squirrel tail. It looks like I don't know, a toupee on the front, a big old fluffy toupee on the front of his head. I don't know what's up with the hair, Tyler Perry. Your hair and makeup, I don't know. I don't know about that one. But anyway, Veronica, she still has her eyes on the pool boy. And it's just crazy that Veronica is acting so thirsty. I mean, she's acting really thirsty. And to the normal young man, they would probably jump right on that. She's rich. She has a lot of money. She has a career. I mean, she's doing good for herself. And Veronica is not that bad looking. She might be an evil snake, evil witch, but she's not that bad looking. But he has ulterior motives of his own. And I'm beginning to wonder if Veronica will eventually sleep with him or not. Because in the previews, I saw how she had took him by the hand and start walking him through the kitchen. Now, this episode, she was coming on to him really hard, really tough, but he managed to, like, I'm married. I ain't never cheated on my life. She can't believe that he ain't never cheated. She was like, well, do you drink alcohol? I'm like, is you trying to get the boy drunk, Veronica? But the man says he don't drink. And he probably does, but he knows better not to drink around her. But anywho, y'all let me know if y'all think Veronica will be able to get her claws, suck her fangs into that young boy. And the thing about it is, the wife, Samuel's wife, who is now Veronica's housekeeper, who she got dressed up like her, driving her car around town because Veronica wants that girl to be mistaken with her, because there are people out there who don't want Veronica walking around on this earth that much longer. So she's hoping or anticipating that somebody will run into that girl Laura, think it's Veronica, and they'll kill her or they'll hurt her or do something, to her. But anywho, she's still out running errands since last week. I'm like, dang, but she did give her a laundry list of things to do, but anywho, she better hurry up and get back home to her man. Now, at the hotel, at the telly, after Benny left for his appointment with the realtor, Candace hits up Mitch to come over. She needs somebody to talk to. And on top of that, she questioned him about, what he did, what he said, to convince Benny that Derek is not the man who assaulted their mother, Hannah. And also she wanted him to keep an eye on Benny. She's still not so sure, if Benny has dropped it or not. But so she's asked Mitch to keep an eye on him. Also, during that conversation, she relays to Mitch how she's in love with Charles and can't stop thinking about him. Now, we all know this is a different side of Candace. I mean, for like 5 seasons, Candace was just this cold-hearted, evil, just disrespectful and everything. But Charles changed that in her, so she's kind of softened up a little bit. She still gets into it a lot with her mother Hannah, but hey, what daughter doesn't get into it with her mother every now and then? But as you already know, as far as Westlake, he had talked to Landon and said, do you think Charles should reach back out to Candace? Landon said no. Then he said, well, I can reach out to Candace. And Landon said that's not a good idea. But now that Candace has mentioned to Mitch how she's still in love with the president-elect Charles, why do I see it being a possibility that he will reach out? The Senator Westlake will reach out to Candace. That might be the only thing that stops Candace from moving, or at least delays her moving plans, from her getting a phone call or getting a visit from a senator saying, this man is still in love with you. But what will the senator gain? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Trying to figure out what will he gain, and if that will in fact bring her and Charles back together, because Candace believes that losing Charles was her karma for all the evil and wicked shit she done throughout all her life. Well, at least through her young life, but her adult life. But all right, Jeffrey and Madison. Let's talk about Jeffrey and Madison and the man who just walked up into Madison's home and dropped his pants. Child, he dropped it like it was hot. He came up in there. He heard the shower running. He started taking off his clothes. I'm like, what's going on here? Who that man? I'm like, Harpo, who that man? He done took his clothes off, took his pants off, just stripped butt naked, booty bucket naked. And Jeffrey walks out the shower, and then he's like, oh, my bad. I thought you was Madison. And Jeffrey, of course, is confused. He's like, who the hell are you? Kobe is his name, and Kobe is Madison's ex-boyfriend. Now, my question is, just like Jeffrey asked, if y'all exes, why is he still allowed to enter at any given time? Now, Kobe did say that Madison keeps a spare key outside the house somewhere. I don't know why people do that. I've never done that for my children. Well, maybe one time. I think one time I probably did, but that was years ago. That was years ago. Um, and it was only a few times. It was only a few times. But people who always leave their key on the top of the door or under a mat or in a plant or something like that, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I'm just like, if you're locked out, you're locked out. You shouldn't have lost your key. But anywho, he said that, Madison keeps a key around, but even if he does keep a key around, he just comes in and drops his plants on the floor and plan to get in the. Okay, my question. Do y'all think that Madison and old Kobe is still messing around? Y'all let me know. And why the heck was Kobe drooling all over Jeffrey? And then who is this stripper Leo? Like, Kobe said, Kobe at first thought Jeffrey was this stripper named Leo. So obviously, Jeffrey, he's cute, he's handsome. Leo must be cuter, handsome, or whatever, and a stripper, and must resemble Jeffrey. So then I start thinking, is Jeffrey a replacement for this look-alike stripper Leo? You know what I mean? Like, was he like a rebound? And then it turned into something more because I do really think Madison likes him. But then I'm starting to question, like, how many people are you liking right now, Madison? Is it just Jeffrey? Is it Leo? Is it Kobe? Come on, we need some answers, and they about to get some type of answer, some type of reaction from Madison because, per Kobe's suggestion, he and Jeffrey both are going to go down to the restaurant where Jeffrey is supposed to meet up with Madison for lunch. Why did Kobe suggest that? Now, that's something that you would do with somebody if you bust your man or your woman cheating on you with somebody else, like cheating on you. But from what Madison says, from what Kobe says, they're exes. But is it more than that? Are they friends with benefits? I guess we're about to find out, child. We're going to find out next week when they meet up for lunch. Now, speaking of exes, well, not really. But Justin still considers, at least I think in Justin's head, because he crazy, he's psycho, he's mental. In Justin's head, he still considers him and Jeffrey a couple. But Justin just got beat down by his brother Tanner, who promised their family and Justin's wife and Justin's kids that he would get Justin together. He will fix him, per se. Justin's brother Tanner, come to find out, has been trying to fix Justin for years. Ever since we learned this last episode that ever since Justin was a little kid, his brother has been trying to fix him. Evidently, Justin at a young age, like a lot of gay people, they feel different. They feel like something is not wrong, but they don't know what it is at a young age. That's what Justin was going through around the age of 6. He's playing with girls, don't want to play with boys, don't want to play kickball, basketball, softball, baseball. He don't want to play none of that dodgeball. He don't want to play go and get it with the girls. He just wants to be playing with the girls and their doggies and all that kind of stuff. So what does he do? Tanner, he figures it was a good idea back then when Justin was 6 years old to hook him up with a 15-year-old girl. It didn't work. Just like it doesn't work a lot of the times when people try to fix a gay person, try to force them into having a relationship or a sexual encounter, because of course that was no relationship. 6 and 15, that was no relationship, but a sexual encounter with the opposite sex. It didn't work. Justin did go on to marry and have children, but as you can see, he's very much still into the menses. But again, I asked last week, why the heck? Justin, he's so violent. He's a stalker. He's violent. He's controlling. He's abusive. He used to take advantage of several men in the back of his squad car when he was still on the police force. Justin wasn't the first one. Justin was just like somebody who he saw, he wanted, he conquered, he fell in love with or lust. He's just crazy. He went crazy over. But there were some other men before him that he took advantage in the backseat of his patrol car and then dared them to say anything. So, with all that being said, how he just keep letting his brother beat down on him, I'm still trying to get over that. I'm still trying to get over that. But anyway, after he beats on him this time and slaps him upside the head a few times, he tells him, "But I still love you, bro. It's all out of love. It's all out of brotherly affection." I don't know, y'all. Like I said last week, if my brothers and siblings ever try to put their hands on me, if I decided that I wanted to be gay, they're going to have some problems, some big problems. But anyway, moving right along. David, he's finally arrived back at the hospital to give Jim the password from Hannah. And what would the password be? Jim just bust out laughing when he read it because the password was "Thank you, Jesus." And he was like, how the hell did I know? If Hannah set the password, how the heck did I know? Because, she's all religious and all that kind of stuff. And it was "Thank you, Jesus." But anyway, they need to start praying to Jesus, God, Mary, everybody. Because per the app, the car that Wyatt is driving is at the Malone bar. And Jim, when he found that out, he was trying to get up out the hospital, trying to pull his little roll, his what do you recall those things? The little not the robe, but hospital gown on, unplug all his tubes and everything, trying to go rescue his son, the same son that's trying to kill him and his mother. Now he wants to. It's crazy. These kids who are so fortunate and so well off and so spoiled, when they do something to harm their parents or mistreat them, as soon as they get in a bit of trouble, the parents, they start running. And that's basically what both of the parents are doing, Jim and Catherine, except for Catherine's still locked up and can't get out, but I think she'll be out soon. But anyway, David assured him that if he stayed in the hospital, he'll go check on Wyatt to make sure he's okay. And you see that didn't go too well. They basically put David out the bar. David thought he would come up in there. "I'm looking for Wyatt." The way he talks me crack me up. "I'm looking for Wyatt. His car is outside. And you telling me he's not in here?" Man, you can't get nowhere with that. You gotta go in there acting all hard, acting all ghetto, like you from the hood, bro. He goes in there, "Is Wyatt here?" But anyway, after that, they moved on over to Catherine. Catherine Cryer, who is, like I said, still stuck in jail. She did, however, managed to get some hot food from Officer Kendrick. Kendrick also informed her that Wyatt has escaped from jail and that there was a break-in at their house. She knew right away. That it had to be her son Wyatt. Now the reason why he broke out of jail, I had assumed it was just because he just wanted the drugs or whatnot, and I was right. But when Vinny asked him why he cut his wrist, I thought that was because he wanted to kill himself. But he told Vinny he cut his wrist because he wanted to find a way out of the cell so that he can escape. Good plan. It worked. So anyway, he's still stuck down in the basement with Vinny. And also Catherine, who's still in jail, she's still trying to get a phone call from Kendrick, but Kendrick, he's scared. He just got that job. He's scared he's gonna get fired. She was like, "Well, can you make the call for me?" I don't know if he's gonna end up, getting the balls or, I don't know if he's gonna end up doing that for her. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Because he does seem really scared and really timid. But again, he just got that job. Now, Catherine, she still thinks she got clout like Mama Rose. She still thinks she has pull like Mama Rose, and she don't. Mama Rose got that juice, and she had like a recliner, a lazy boy. I mean, she was eating hot meals, probably had wine and all that kind of stuff in her cell, which she was in by herself. Catherine wants the same thing. She's up there demanding for a more comfortable bed arrangement. She wants the lazy boy. She wants to hold on just like Mama Rose, but that ain't happening no time soon. The difference in between both of those ladies who are very powerful is the fact that the Malones have the police in their back pockets. They own a lot of people at that department. That's how Vinny was able to kill that officer right in the police precinct. And the other officers just act like they didn't see it. They was like, oh, he shot himself. Child. So yeah, she ain't got it like Mama Rose because they got the police in their pocket. So anywho, in their back pocket. But Catherine, the guy that came up to Catherine's cell next, he told her basically if she wants to be a little bit more comfortable in there, at first she has to pay that $1 million to Mama Rose that she wants. And if she doesn't, it's gonna be some consequences and repercussions for her and for Wyatt. Now, Catherine has no idea yet that the Malones already have Wyatt. Mama Malone, Mama Rose, I don't think she even knows because I don't remember seeing her there with Wyatt. I don't even know if she knows that Wyatt is there yet. But when she find out, I mean, that man tried to tell Catherine that her son was already at the Malones and she didn't believe it, but she will soon. She will soon as soon as Mama Rose get up there, man. But anyway, finally, back to Benny. When he arrived at the realtor's office, come to find out the realtor is Sandy's ex-girlfriend and the one who had the abortion and aborted her and Sandy's baby. But anyway, she was arguing on the phone with Sandy and had tears in her eyes and everything when Benny showed up. Sandy's up there harassing her because he was already harassing her. But now that he found out that she had an abortion, he's really upset and harassing her. So Benny comes in and she lets him in, but then she gets up to walk out the room, I guess to freshen up or whatnot. And then Benny gets a call from Veronica. Now, Veronica let Benny know that she thinks Derek is, in fact, the guy who assaulted his mother some umpteen years ago and ended up getting her pregnant with Candace. But didn't Veronica already know this? I could have sworn Veronica already knew this. I mean, she's an attorney and she be having the dirt on everybody. So I think Veronica already knew that. So what kind of game is Veronica trying to play with Vinny? Now, we all know that she would love to get her hands back on Benny because they used to be in a relationship, not I'll say a situationship. Remember when he had the towing company and they used to get it on all the time in his office and at her house. And just like last week or a couple weeks ago, they were kissing about to get it on at her house again till her ex, well, not her ex, but Jeffrey, till David, her husband, who she's separated from right now, walked in. So what do y'all think? Let me know. Is this her way back in? I mean, in the previews I saw how Benny had got mad at his best friend Mitch because Mitch lied. Candace wanted him to lie because Candace don't want Benny to go after Derek because he'll probably try to kill him and end up in jail. So that's why she had Mitch lie and say that's not the dude. But y'all think this is Veronica's way back in? Back in like Flynn to hook up again with old Ben? Let me know, y'all. Let me know. And answer these questions for me. Will they be able to save Wyatt from the Malones? Do you think Kendrick will be able to help Catherine get a phone call through? Do you think Benny will somehow assist the realtor with her problems with Sandy? Because somehow, I think Benny will somehow be involved in that situation somehow. Do you think Veronica will sleep with Samuel? Mm-hmm. And last question, do you think Madison and Kobe are still messing around? Let me know what y'all think. If you happen to come in after this review, just answer the questions in the comment section if you like. Let me know what you thought about the show or any of the characters or storylines. Don't forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the Hood Table if you're not already subscribed. And also head on over to our website, thehoodtable.com, where you can order your Hood Table merchandise. A nice shirt that comes in like 100 gazillion colors. We got female shirts, we got men's shirts, we got leggings, we got coffee cups, face masks, pillows, all kind of stuff over there. So the link is on our thehoodtable.com website. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and IG. And in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed. I am coming back live in about 15 minutes to go over some trending news that has taken place in our city, in our community. So if y'all want, y'all can come back when I go live. But other than that, in the meantime and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'm out. Deuces.